Hey, good morning, guys. Hope you had a great day yesterday. And here we are, Wednesday already. When we don't have school on Monday, it makes the week go by a little bit faster. Today's homework, a couple new things, so make sure you watch the whole video. There's a couple classes I'm going to be on Zoom this morning. I'm willing to go over some of these newer concepts on our Zoom. I found a new way to teach on that Zoom app where I can use like a whiteboard and draw problems right there on my screen, and you can see them. So, if you want to join this morning at 10 a.m., please do so. Also, there's going to be no Zoom class tonight at 7 o'clock. I have some things going on tonight at 7, so I will not be available. All right, so today for science class, you guys are going to be watching Mystery Doug. The Mystery Doug is all about how does hand sanitizer kill germs. It's a short video. It's a 5-minute video. Um, since it's a short one, I asked on there that if everyone could answer that question on a piece of paper, write it down, and then send that to me. What did you find out about how sanitizer works? And let me know. It should be pretty cool, Mister. It's one of the shorter ones that they used to do in their classrooms. All right. For spelling, you're on page 3. For most of us, this is the section where you're for second, third, and fourth graders. You're finding the mistakes and then writing your own sentence. Make sure you're writing your own sentences at the bottom. Sometimes there's a couple of us that have been forgetting to do the bottom section there. Please make sure you're doing it, and you should be doing like 2 or 3 sentences, and don't forget to use a spelling word in that. For first grade, usually this is one that deals with writing your own sentences. Again, make sure you start your sentences with capital letters and with periods like we did with language class yesterday. By this afternoon, I'll have all the word lists up there on our Spelling City link. Make sure you go to Unit 27. That's one of my first things I'll be doing this morning. So you can check that out and you can start practicing for the test on Friday. All right. First grade for math today. Today you're going to be taking a look at shapes. You're going to be taking a look at 3 different types of shapes that we've dealt with in the past. You're going to deal with a triangle, which looks just like this. It's got 3 sides. Okay, so you have a triangle. Then you also have a square, which has 4 sides that are all the same length. And then the last one is one that not a lot of people use. It kind of looks like a rectangle, but it looks like a slanted rectangle. And that side, that's called a parallelogram. That one's a hard one to say, parallelogram. But they call it a parallelogram because this side matches this side, and this side matches this side. So they call it a parallelogram. Okay, what you're gonna have to do is find these shapes. There's one parallelogram, there's a bunch of triangles, and one square, and you have to color them. And then write oops, I kind of gave you the answers already, but gotta write the numbers in those blanks at the top. Then at the on the back side, you're gonna write your numbers 1 to 20 again. Do keep up the good work, the nice neat handwriting. You've been doing an awesome job with that, so keep that up and make sure you do a nice neat job. I also sent another worksheet along with regards to shapes that you can work on too. For your super kids, I just want you to write your lower and uppercase B's 10 times on another piece of paper, and then also write your first and last name 3 times on that piece of paper. Keep up that neat handwriting that you've been so good at doing. All right. All right, first graders, yours is kind of a review assignments. So what you're going to be doing today is on the first page is where the one where you get to be the teacher. You need to find the 4 mistakes. They wrote the wrong answer in the square in the box, and you need to circle it and then write the right answer next to it. Okay, and then on the back or on the next page, page 100, they're like little word problems. And on the front side, you're going to find backpacks and I think lunch boxes. I think that's or pencil boxes. And you have to read the directions and figure out which ones need to be colored what color. All right. So you got to figure out, all right, what combination of colors can you do? And doing the same thing on the back side with regards to lunch boxes and folders. So you may need a little bit of help on that. If you look at the front one, I can try to help you here. Let's try it. It says one of the backpacks is blue and the other one is yellow. He has 2 pencil boxes. One of them is red and the other is green. So it says each day he brings one of those to school. So let's do blue blue. He has a blue backpack. So you could do a blue backpack with a red box or a blue backpack with a green box. And the other one is yellow. So you can do a yellow backpack with a red box or a yellow backpack with a green box. So that's what you color down there, those 4 different options that I just did. Okay, that hopefully will help a little bit, and then you can it'll help you do the backside as well. All right, for first graders today, your 4 workbook pages aren't too hard. They're all dealing with vocab words from our story that we're going to be doing. First off, I guess by this afternoon, your story will be up there. You don't need the story for your assignment today, so you should be able to do your assignment without the story. But you will need it for tomorrow. So I'm going to read the story, show you the pictures, and I'll post that on my YouTube page. So you're going to have to go to the YouTube page today to hear that story. So please, please, please make sure you watch it sometime this afternoon or this evening, or you could watch it tomorrow morning as well. But you have to watch it in order to be able to do your assignment. All right, on page 195, you need to find, it says circle all the words that have the Y sound in them, like try. So if it has the I sound, okay, and then underline anyone where the Y makes the E sound, like sunny. There's going to be 3 of each. So you're going to circle 3 words, or sorry, 2 of each. Circle 2 words and underline 2 words. So if it has the I, like try, circle it. If it has the E, like sunny, underline it. Okay, so you're looking for those Y words, and the Y is usually at the end of the word. So be careful. That's a little clue there. On page 196, you need to find the words that go with each one of those pictures. So you got to look at the picture and look at the word bank up there and write the little phrase that describes that picture. Shouldn't be too hard there. Same with 197, you're just using the word, writing the word that finishes the blank. Again, not too hard. And same with on the back of 198. Write the word that best finishes the sentence. And you got to take all the letters that are circled and write those letters down there at the bottom. You write them in order, and I'll make one more word down there for you. Okay? All right. First graders, you are ready to go. Rodney, for your reading today, on page 35, another cause and effect. We did this the other day. What causes something? Remember, I gave you the example, because I'm not eating my ice cream cone on the hot sunny day. The effect, I have melted ice cream going all the way down my hand. Or because I wasn't paying attention when Ronnie threw me the football. The effect, the football hit me in the face. Okay. So what you need to do is go back to the story that you read last week, The Thing in the Alley, and do the 2 cause and effects. And there's going to be 2 effects for number 1 and 2 causes, 2 things that cause the effect for number 2. So make sure you put both of them and write them in complete sentences. Okay, on page 36, you're dealing with a rhyming scheme. So this is a pattern, kind of like what we do in math. So sometimes you have math patterns that go like red, blue, red, blue. We call that an A-B pattern. Then sometimes we have a red, blue, blue, red, blue, blue. That's a A-B-B pattern, A-B-B. Red, blue, blue, red, blue, blue, red, blue, blue. That's an A-B-B. Now, what you're going to be looking at is when we deal with these types of patterns, you might have an A-B-B pattern by looking at the last words in the rhyme. So if you look at the purple box at the top, it says, now do you like to go up in a swing, up in the air so blue? Oh, I do like it. It is a pleasant thing ever a child can do. Notice swing and thing, those are the first and third lines, they rhyme, and blue and do, second and fourth lines. So that's an A, B, A, B. So that A's rhyme and the B's rhyme. Okay? So that's called an A, B pattern. All right? So what you have to do is you have to look at each poem and figure out what pattern it is. Is it an A, B pattern? Is it a... if it doesn't rhyme, then you might say, well, let's try number 1. I'm going to read it. I often sit and wish that I could be a kite up in the sky and ride upon the breeze and go whichever way I chanced to blow. Now look at I and sky, 1 and 2 rhyme, and go and blow, 2 and 3. So this would be an A, A, B, B pattern, okay? Because the first two rhyme and the bottom two rhyme. Let's try number 2. One day when I went walking, I found a dragon's tooth. A dreadful dragon's tooth. A locust thorn, said Ruth. Ooh, did anything rhyme with walking? Nope. So we're just going to do A for 1. 2 would be a B. 3 would be a B. And 4 would be a B. See how because these 3 all rhyme. This one was by itself, so it's an A, B, B, B. Okay? All right, I hope that will help. You got to do that for numbers 3 and 4 as well. All right? Number 37, you need to read that little story up there about Matt and his dog Tag. And then there's 8 sentences underneath it. You need to circle the number next to the sentence if you would use it if you were writing a summary of that story. So if that story is all about Matt and his dog and all of a sudden it talks about how Matt likes to play baseball, that wouldn't probably go in the summary because that wasn't part of the story. But if it was talking about Matt and his dog and it says that Matt took his dog to the park, that probably might have happened in the story. So you'd circle that number, all right? So you got to circle those. Then at the back side, you need to look at the word at the top of each list and the letter pair that it has is silent. So they underlined some letters. So like the first word is wrap, they underlined the W, R, because it's the R, but it's not a W, the W silent. Or the second word is gnaw. It starts with a G, but the G is silent. So then what you have to do is look underneath. So you're going to go up and down and circle the words that have the same silent sound in them. So like the first one, wrap. You got to go through and find all the ones that have a W that is silent. War, no, you can hear the W. Wine, nope, you can hear it. Right, oh, there you can't, it's not right. So you circle right there. So you got to do that for all 5 columns, or 6 columns, sorry. All right, that's all you got. I will be on Zoom if you need a little help more with that poetry thing today, okay? 2nd grade. We are into math today, subtracting. You're doing a bunch of subtracting by 6s and 7s on your fact sheet this morning. Your new concept today is dealing with feet. Think if you deal with 1 foot, that's the same size as your ruler, okay? So your ruler is about yay big. What you have to do is not actually get your ruler out and measure these things, but to kind of take a guess. So like look at number 3 on your problem, first page. It says, what would be a good estimate of the height of your desk? So think about from the floor to the top of your desk when we were in school. Would that be 5 feet? So if you put 5 rulers and put them together, would that be, that would come up to Mr. Holman's shoulder. I don't think that's a good estimate. 1 foot, 2 inches? Does your desk only come up about this high? No, probably not. 2 feet? Maybe that might be a little bit more. That's okay. Or what about 12 feet? That would be all the way up to the ceiling. Yeah, I think it's probably the 2 feet, 1 inch. That's probably a good estimate of that. So you'd circle that. So you got to be careful. Make sure you circle the right estimate. Really, really think about how long a ruler is when you do that one. Your other problems, number 1, it says there were 16 children in room 14 at the school who wrote pen pal letters. 10 of them sent their letters. How many still have to be sent? So you have to figure out, are you going to add or subtract? Of course, you're going to subtract because 10 sent theirs, and then you have to write your answer down there. Number 2 is what we did yesterday. You got to estimate the sum. So you got to round both 47 and 21 to the nearest 10 and just write them in. You don't have to actually write the answer there. Number 4 deals with fractions. You got to tell me how many pieces did they break it into altogether. That goes on the bottom, and then how many are colored. That goes on the top of the line. Number 5 deals with quarters. Make sure that you're writing your numbers for the quarters correctly. Remember, if there's 3 quarters, 1 quarter is 25, 2 quarters is 50, 3 quarters is 75 cents. So make sure you write it both ways when it says that. Make sure you write it like that, 75 cents. And then also don't forget your dollar sign. Don't just write 0.75. Put your dollar sign there for me, okay? Number 6, you got to write either a plus or a minus in that little circle to make it make sense. So think about the first one. On the one side it says 3 plus 5. Well, that equals 8. So would we have to do 10 plus 2 to make 8 or 10 minus 2? We'd have to do minus. So you put a minus sign there on in the circle. Okay? Then 7 and at the bottom you have adding and subtracting. One of the subtractings you're going to have to borrow. The other two you're just adding up. On the back side today, everything should be pretty much the same stuff, different, just different numbers and whatnot. For number 3 on the back, you're going to figure out what's the height of the car. So if you go from the bottom of the car to the top of a car, how many feet is that? All right. I think everything else should be pretty self-explanatory. Again, another one, just one of the subtractings on the bottom should be dealing with borrowing. So make sure you're being careful about that. Okay. All right, with regards to your reading today, second graders, on the top part, they give you 4 words: water, group, get, and hop at the top in the box. And in the box there, they give you 3 or 4 words that mean the same as them. Then what you need to do is go to the sentence and they underline a word and you got to replace that word with one of those words. So like number 1, it said, did frogs hop into the pond? So the word hop is underlined. So you go up into your box and you look at hop. All right, hop has 3 choices: leap, skip, or bounce. Well, I don't think frogs would bounce into the water. I don't think frogs would skip into the water. I think leap's probably the best. So we would write leap on the line. All right, so that's what you're going to be doing there. Shouldn't be, I don't think that's too difficult. Page 70 deals with some more vocab words. You got to change one of the letters on the top to a different letter to make one of the spelling words for 1 through 4. And then on the snake at the bottom, you need to find 6 other words that are hidden on the snake, circle them, and then write them on the lines below. On the next page, on page 71, this is one that we've done before. They underline a phrase like number 1, pet of the boy. So who owns something? It's, of course, the boy. And what does he own? He owns the pet. So you'd write it like this. Remember, with the apostrophe, the boy's pet. Okay? So you got to rewrite the sentence. So instead of saying the pet of the boy, you'd write the boy's pet was a dinosaur. Okay? Like the next one, the cave of the family. Well, we wouldn't write that. We would write who owns something. It's the family, right? So we'd write the family's cave was too small. All right? Number 3, the pots of the mother. Who owns something? The mother. So you write the mother's pots were broken. All right, makes sense? I hope so. Page 72, find the 4 words that are misspelled, circle them and write them correctly, and then on the bottom part, use those spelling words to fill in the blank. All right? All right, if you have any questions, feel free to get in touch. Third graders, today, your topic is dealing with odds and even numbers. We've done this since you were in first grade. Remember, odd numbers start with or end with either 0, 2, 4, 6, or 8. And sorry, that's the even numbers. Then the odd numbers end with 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. Not too hard there. I'm gonna go. I'd like to if you can join for the Zoom meeting today. I'd like to go over a little bit more of this type of stuff on your Zoom meeting, just real quickly. Nothing too out of the ordinary there. Your assignments 1 through 20 today. I don't see anything on there that it looks too overly tricky. You're going to be doing some dividing on number 12 there. You're going to be doing some multiplying. But everything that on there, I think, is stuff that you've done and have been doing pretty well at. So keep up the good work and keep working hard and getting those assignments handed in and whatnot. All right. For your reading workbook today, on page 91, you need to find all the words that have the oo sound, like chew and tooth. Those go on the top line, and then there's 2 of them where it has the oo with the little smiley face that has the sound, like book. You're going to find the 2 words that have the sound there and write them down there. On the page 92, you need to find the word that goes with each clue, and then take the words that are in the squares, and you need to write them in order on what that guy is saying, that sailor is saying, when he, what words might someone on a ship be glad to hear. Then at the bottom, you need to find the hidden word. And so you have to remember this is kind of like where you take the beginning of one or the end of one word and the beginning of one word and put those letters all together to make a spelling word. Okay, so like I'll give you a clue on number 7. You take the B in Jeb, the O, and then the O and the T from Otis, and you get the word boot. 93, find the 4 words that are misspelled, circle and write them correctly. We've done that lots and lots of times. And then on 94, this deals with matching words and syllables. Remember, syllables are like this. If I said pineapple, pineapple, that's 3 syllables. If I said dog, dog, that's 1 syllable. If I said Florida, Florida, Michigan, Warren, okay? So how many beats those words have. You're going to be dealing with that a little bit at the top part, and you got to find some words and answer those questions by looking at that top section up there. I don't think that should be too difficult for you today. 4th graders, for your math today, you got lesson 79 again. If anything comes up, feel free to get in touch with Mr. Wasser. Mr. Wasser really wanted me to encourage you to ask questions if you have any questions, and feel free to get in contact with him. With regards to your reading, Dylan and Javon and Leah, we're going to skip up ahead in a couple pages and go up to 77 through 80 today. On the first part, you have some words. So you have misbehave, misdeed, misfortune, exclaim, exhale, expand, expend, recapture, refresh, reopen. Use those words to do a crossword puzzle. You will not be using each word one time, but you are going to be going through there and using those words to fill in the blank there. Then on the next side, on page 78, I'm going to go over this a little bit more, hopefully in our Zoom meeting this morning, but these are with positive and negative connotations. So like the first one, it says the sky looked dark. Now, behind it, it says murky. Is murky more of a positive word or a negative word? That seems a little bit more negative, so we'd put a minus sign there. But number 2, it says said, and then the word behind it is snarled. Is snarled a little bit more nice or a little bit more mean of a word? Snarled, yeah, that's another minus sign. So we'll go over that a little bit more in our Zoom class if you don't understand that this morning, and kind of walk you through it. On page 79, 1 through 9, you need to, anyone that has the E sound at the very end of the word, put those up there. Then 10 through 17, anyone that has the K, the or the Qu sound, write those there. If they have the J, the Ij, or the S sound, write them on 18 through 25. And then at the very bottom, write the missing letters for each one of those words and write the whole word. Write the whole word, not just the missing letters. And then on page 80, you need to answer each question there on the top for 1 through 8 using one of your spelling words. And then 9 through 15, finish the rhyme and write a spelling word that rhymes with that underlined word. That page should not be too difficult, I don't think. All right. So like I said, I'm going to be on Zoom this morning. I'd like to, if you can, jump on. I'd like to go over some stuff with some kids today. Just kind of giving us a review. I'm going to ask kind of a little, like for 3rd grade math, ask some questions about some things that we've been going through the last couple of days and see how well you're remembering these things and how well you're learning them and watching these videos and whatnot. So if you're available, please jump on at 10 this morning. Otherwise, no Zoom meeting tonight. I'll have your assignments out. I'll have the spelling lists up sometime this afternoon. Also, 1st graders, don't forget to watch your reading story on our YouTube channel sometime this evening or tomorrow morning. All right. I hope everyone has a great day today. And yeah, like I said, if anyone has questions or anything with regards to homework, do not hesitate to give me a call. I'm willing and I'm available to help whenever. All right. Have a great day. See you guys.